Now, from July 2022, e-invoicing using the Peppol framework will be a mandatory, and that's going to be for all Commonwealth government agencies, which will accelerate the adoption of e-invoicing in Australia. Despite the reports that it costs a business approximately $20 each time they create a paper receipt, it's estimated that up to 90% of small and medium businesses in Australia still use paper-based processes. Here to tell us why SMEs should make the move and become more efficient is Andy Mellor from Kofax. Welcome to you, my friend.
Good afternoon, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Not at all. This is an interesting one. So why do Australian organisations need to make the shift to e-invoicing now? Why is now the time to be doing this?
Yeah, so there's approximately 1.2 billion invoices exchanged annually across Australia, and the ATO estimate the savings to the economy will be $28 billion over 10 years. And as you mentioned, the main benefactors will actually be small business. So those actually who adopt e-invoicing will be paid within 5 business days on any invoice value up to $1 million. So yeah, it's huge benefits for them to obviously adopt that framework.
Yeah, and jump right in. So what is the Peppol framework, and what does it mean for businesses? Am I saying that correctly, Peppol?
It is correct. It is Peppol. So it's a global framework that enables businesses to exchange standard-based documents electronically, such as invoices, but it can be purchase orders. And it's been widely adopted in over 32 countries worldwide. And there are an array of benefits for organizations. So the automation will allow the government to obviously make payments faster. It eliminates rekeying of data. So, that increases accuracy by removing data entry errors. There's increased security. So it circumvents email, which is, the sort of how a lot of fraud occurs is, invoice fraud via email. And then finally is on environmental. So it reduces printing and less energy through, posting invoices, etc.
Yeah, you've outlined some important stuff there, especially the security aspect. I think that puts a lot of people off technology. But how does e-invoicing help to drive decision-making, I suppose, and compliance as well? We know that's something that big businesses need to be aware of and on top of.
Yep. So, data provides, a competitive edge. So what invoicing does, it allows business to have a more granular view. So they can actually, you're looking at invoice data at the line level. And that's in real time, so they can make better informed decisions. And then when you understand, business spending habits and trends, your costs can be controlled and stop rogue spending. So obviously it's a great way of, businesses to help sort of manage and control their costs.
Andy, how does e-invoicing help trading partners? Let's touch on them for a minute.
Yeah, that's right. What's in it for the suppliers? So It really creates a seamless onboarding process because there's portals where they can onboard themselves. It provides transparency and accuracy in payment processes, so suppliers can go onto the portal and see when payments are scheduled to be made. And then it ensures, the compliance in financial transactions, reducing risk and fraud when dealing with, trading partners through that, secure network.
Okay, so can e-invoicing actually help with inflationary and supply chain issues that we seem to keep seeing and keep popping up as time goes on, especially when you're operating a business?
Yeah, absolutely. So with COVID, there's inflation and mass resignation. Business can, still have a lot of staffing issues and how they can manage costs. So by implementing automation with the invoicing, it's going to reduce, manual tasks for employees, which will allow them to complete workloads faster and with greater accuracy. And then there's clear, hard dollar saving benefits. I mean, you mentioned, from a paper email, invoice costs $30 an invoice, whereas invoicing costs below $10. So, business can save, $20, simply by making the switch to invoicing. And then, there's obviously that reduction of fraud because you're using the secure Peppol network, to exchange invoices.
100%. So if people want to learn a bit more about this before I let you go, where should they be looking, Andy?
Yeah, so I think there's the ATO website's a great place, or go to kofax.com. Check us out. We're a accredited Peppol network provider and have the invoicing solutions. So yeah, either kofax.com or the ATO website.
Done and done, mate. Thank you so much for your time. It's an important one to keep an eye on. So all the best for the future.
Great. Well, thank you for having me.